Hello my friends, and welcome to Paulina Art. Today I'm going to show you step by step how to paint this loose floral. Today I'm testing some new paint. I'm working with the Hippie Crafter Acrylic paint set. This was sent to me on PR, and I'm also painting on their stretch canvas that was also sent to me on PR. This is the 9 by 12 inches stretch canvas. If you would like to see the reviews that I've done for the canvas and the acrylic paint, I'm going to link them up here so you can check them out. Now this is a very easy painting. I was able to start and finish the painting in a couple of hours. The colors that I use today are raw umber, cobalt blue, violet, rose, scarlet, yellow ochre, champagne, titanium white, viridian, and pale green. Of course, you can use whatever materials you have at home. However, if you would like to try Hippie Crafter acrylic paint and their art supplies, I'm going to leave a link on the description box below, and you can use the code Hippie10 to get 10% discount on your first order. Of course, you can also order this paint through Amazon. If you would like to see how I painted this pretty loose floral, stay with me and let's paint together. Okay, so to start the painting, I prepare the canvas with a coat of peach gesso. This is the gesso I had, so this is what I use. I don't like to paint on a white canvas, and this is the only reason why I applied a coat of gesso. I'm going to start the painting with a sketch. You don't need to know how to draw, but doing a quick sketch will really help you with the painting process. I'm going to use red chalk, and I'm going to start by dividing the surface into 4 equal quadrants. Now the techniques I'm going to show you today, you can use on any canvas that has similar dimensions. Could be 8 by 10, this one is 9 by 12, you can use 11 by 14, 12 by 16. Now that I have 4 equal quadrants, it makes it easier for me to place the elements of this painting. Now this one I'm going to divide in the middle. Now I'm going to make another line here because I don't want the vase to be right over there. I want it moved a little bit more to the right so we have better view of the flowers. And I'm just going to make it very, very easy. Just some lines here for the placement. This is going to be where the vase is sitting. And we're going to sketch a few of the roses in here. I'm going to bring some branches to fill out this area. Now this is just a very loose idea of how the floral is going to look like. You can make the vase any shape you want. This is how I'm going to do mine. I'm going to do a bit of an underpainting now. And the purpose of the underpainting is to make sure the drawing doesn't disappear on the first layers of paint. And for that, I'm going to use this flat brush. As you can see, it's not a small brush. I want to use larger brushes on this painting just to give it a more loose feel. And I'm going to use the color Raw Umber. It's a dark brown. Picked up a bit of the raw umber on the brush. I'm going to go over the drawing. This is going to be the darker side. So basically I'm doing some guidelines here to make the painting process easier for me later on. And this is the surface where the vase is sitting. My light source is coming from here, so this is the light side, and the shadow carries over here. I can always make changes to my drawing. These are going to be the roses. I'm just going to put a little dot to show where the center of the rose will be. The rest is just going to be foliage, leaves, branches. Placing the idea of these small details. You can add a little rose here. Okay, the underpainting is done. I'm using the same brush, and now I'm going to apply the first layers of paint just to establish the color scheme for this painting. I'm using the cobalt blue for the base. And because I did an underpainting, the colors are showing through, and that's exactly what I want. It's already giving this painting dimension. Like I mentioned earlier, I want this painting to have a loose feel to it, so I'm not going to worry too much about having perfect brush strokes. I have Viridian green, and I'm going to use this nice dark green for the greenery. All these steps are going to make the painting process much easier. And with all these layers, your final painting will look much better. I'm picking up the red color, which is called Scarlet, and I'm going to do some of the roses in Scarlet. Because I'm testing this paint, I'm going to try to use a lot of colors. I have some of the pink, which is called Rose, and it's more like a magenta color, a beautiful, rich, dark pink. And finally, I'm picking up Violet, which is a dark, dark purple. So I have this nice gradient of flowers with reds and pinks, purple. I'm going to add some color to the background. I have some of the color called Champagne, which is a light peach. I'm just going to apply some on the back. Doesn't matter if I go over because I have an underpainting and I still can see what I've done. I'm picking up also yellow ochre just to add some dimension, and some titanium white. I want the top lighter and the bottom darker, just to give depth and dimension to this painting. And I'm moving the brush across and down, across and down. And I can even pick up a bit of the raw umber and add some at the bottom here. This is the color I use to do the underpainting. I'm also going to paint the surface where the vase is sitting. This is the shadow part of the painting, so I can add more dark colors in here. And I have here some white with cobalt blue, and I can add a bit of that, incorporate some of the vase colors. I mean, just play with your painting and see what you like, what makes you happy with the painting. Because I'm working with acrylic paint, the layers dry very quickly. I'm going to go ahead and do the second layers of paint. And I'm going to start with the vase just to finish the vase up. And I have here cobalt blue and raw umber just to create a dark blue. And I'm going to start with the shadow part of the vase here. Okay, and I picked up white, titanium white with the same blue, and I'm going to do the light part, the light side of the vase here. And I can have just the blue in the middle to merge a bit those two colors, the cobalt blue. I'm going to define the bottom of the vase a bit more, just to show that the vase is turning a bit like this. Cobalt blue, same blue and white. I'm going to add a lighter shade in here. This is where the light is hitting the vase. You can add a bit of a lighter color in here, just to show a bit of a reflective light, maybe in here, like that. Don't overdo it. I have Viridian green and raw umber to make it a nice dark green. Now I'm going to just dab around here in the center of the floral to give this floral dimension. Let's work on the roses. I pick up the violet color. Now I'm going to define the centers of the roses. Some of the roses are pointing up, some down. And the center of the rose is telling the eye where the rose is facing. These ones are very dark. They're going to be dark purple roses. I have the scarlet red, and I'm going to go over the roses again, creating the illusions of petals with quick strokes. I'm not going to see a lot of difference at this point, but we're adding more paint to give the painting more more texture, and we're going to be able to blend the colors we're going to put on top easier. Picking up the rose color. I have some of the Scarlet with white, creating a lighter pink color. I'm going to add some highlights to create the effect of the petals. And I can adjust the colors, add more white or more red. And because this is a loose floral, I don't want to make it super detailed. Still using the big brush. I have the titanium white and the rose color, and I'm going to add highlights here on the pink roses. Don't overwork the roses, just a small amount of the highlight will create the effect you're looking for. And I have white with violet. I'm adding some red to the center of the red ones to tone down a bit the purple. And I'm going to do the same with the pink ones. Add a little bit of the rose color to tone down a bit so the centers don't look so strong. I now pick up some of the pale green color, which is a nice warm green. Just by flicking the brush, I'm not doing anything complicated. And I have cobalt blue on my brush now. And I'm going to add a few blue leaves because I think this is going to make it really pretty. And I have here the violet, which is a very dark purple. I'm going to add the effect of branches in here, and maybe a few tiny dark purple leaves, just to give the painting more depth. And I'm still using the same brush. I'm just pressing the brush to create these little branches. The second layers of paint are done. I'm going to add the final details. At this point, we can assess the painting, decide if we have enough lights and shadows, and if we're happy with our colors. I'm going to add a few more highlights to the roses with white and red for the red flowers. I don't want to overdo the highlights. And we're going to do the same with the pink, titanium white with the pink color. And a bit more highlight on the purple ones. You can emphasize the shadows. Okay, my friends, the loose floral using the Hippie Crafter Acrylic paint is done. For this painting, I also use the Hippie Crafter stretch canvas in 9 by 12 inches. You don't have to use the same acrylic paint and canvas I use in this tutorial. You can use whatever you have at home with similar colors or colors of your choice. However, if you choose to purchase Hippie Crafter art supplies, I'm going to leave a link below, and you can use the code Hippie10 to get 10% off on your first order with Hippie Crafter. You can order this through Amazon, but if you order it through my link below using the code, you will get the discount, and I will also make a small commission from the sales. Please comment, let me know if you have tried Hippie Crafter, what you think of this paint, or if you would like to try it. Please leave me some comments. How do you feel about all the techniques that I showed you in this tutorial today? I hope you learned something new. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one.